Hello, YouTube family. I'm so sorry it's been such a long time since I've come before you guys and given you guys some encouragement. I am super busy this time of year, working on a couple of different projects with my businesses. So I'm apologize for neglecting you guys. It's not that I have intentionally been neglecting you. There's actually something that has been on my heart to share with you guys, but I've been so busy traveling and just dealing with different things that are very time sensitive that I did not have the time to really come before you guys and do a video. But I will definitely try to do better. I'm believing God for the opportunity for me to get a team so I can not have to do every single solitary thing by myself, which would make my life a little easier, and I can spend and dedicate more time to this, which is what I love, which is my coaching and my podcast and my nonprofit. Those are things that I really enjoy doing. But I have so many other things and responsibilities that are on me that I have to take care of. So I do apologize, but I am a one-woman show over here. So sometimes it gets hard to divide my attentions, my projects evenly. With all that being said, there's something that's been like just nagging at my spirit for weeks now. And I've been trying to hold off until I was finished traveling and until everything was finished. And then I was like, okay, then I've got to address the YouTube audience and do another podcast and talk to everybody and share some of the things that God has put on my heart. But I'm waiting on my computer to do a backup. As you can see, I'm actually working on a proposal right now. But while I have a few minutes, while I'm waiting on this computer that's taking forever, I figured I'd come before you guys really quickly and speak on something that's been on my heart. And I actually took a few notes because I want to just get right to it. And you know that my heart and my passion is always about self-love, and it's always about understanding how you need to do the work before you even think about pursuing a relationship or what you want in a mate and all of the things that you desire in a relationship, if that's what you want. It's so important to work on yourself first, and then to understand if you're a person that used to love being in relationships or love, the idea of being married or whatever the case may be. And then you now have noticed that your perception of relationships has changed. I want to encourage you I want to address that part with you. And I want to encourage you guys to kind of reevaluate some things. So first things first, when it comes to being ready and being prepared for a relationship, I think it is so important that we understand before we talk about what we want in a mate and how he has to have this and make this much money and drive this kind of car and have this type of character or whatever. Before you even begin to consider what you want your person to be, you need to become what it is that you desire. And I say that in love. I hear so many women, so many people that I come in contact with, so many people that I've counseled, so many people that I have just met just randomly, whether it's I'm out having dinner somewhere and I end up having conversations with males and females. A lot of times people's expectations has been skewed in this day and age. I feel like we've gotten away from the core of what relationships are supposed to be about. I apologize. I think my computer's finally getting ready. That we've gotten to the place where we're looking at IG and Snapchat and TikTok and all of these social media avenues and YouTube as the basis, or even some of these reality TV shows. But society is basing a lot of what they're believing for in a partner or what a person is supposed to do for them based on what they're seeing in social media and on TV. And it's just not real. Please understand, when you see all of these social media influencers, or you see all of these reality TV stars, these rappers, these singers, these actors, these actresses, and they're talking about, hey, I'm past the point of wanting to be in a relationship with a person. I just want to be able to play the field and do blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that there are not people that are like that, but I refuse to believe that that's the vast majority. Or on the flip side, you have a lot of the women saying, oh, if he don't make six figures, or he's not a football player or a basketball player, or he's not a millionaire, then I don't want anything to do with him. I need him to make the coin. And it's all about all of that. And they're bypassing the whole real issue. The whole real issue is, one, we have to become what it is that we desire. You can't be this broken, hurt, bitter, angry person and expecting to have a person that is healed, that is financially stable, that is healthy mentally, that does all of the things that they're supposed to do in their life. You want to reap that, but you've not put in the work for that. We have to get past what we see on social media and believing that this crap is real, because the majority of the people that are talking about F men and F women and we don't need to do that, we should just have sex and we should just get the bag and we should do this, all of those people that are talking all that crap on the radio, in these rap songs or in these on these videos or on these reality TV shows, majority of them are in relationships. While they're telling you to just be single and get your bag and use men for money, and the men are saying just use women for sex, these people are in relationships. A lot of them are married, but they will never share that part of it. They're speaking all of this negativity in society, and it's causing a lot of people that are not aware enough to change their perception on what relationships are really about. Let's be clear, and I'm going to keep it real, as I always do. We were put on this earth for relationships. Just like animals have animals that are in the same that are the same as them, the male and the female animal. You know, in most animals, bugs, whatever, there's a male and a female. We all were meant to be pairs, and whether it's same sex or whatever, we were all meant to be able to relate to one another. Whether that be that you're you're a person that believes in polyamory, or you're a person that believes in monogamy, whatever the case may be, that's not even the point. We were put on this earth for relationships, whether it be friendships, whether it be family relationships, whether it be intimate relationships, whatever that is. We were put on this earth for relationships. So we've got to get past this point of this negative perception of what we feel relationships represent. Relationships are what we make them. And a lot of times people are broken, people are damaged, people have not done the work, have not taken the time to love themselves, have not taken the time to develop in their finances, in their mental state, in their emotional state, and what they want. They haven't even discovered their purpose in life, but they're sitting here telling you what you should be doing and what you should be desiring, and how if you want to live this type of lifestyle, then you're the crazy one. This is not how people do things anymore. I don't care what these people that are supposedly influencers are saying. We're not being real with ourselves. We have to be real with ourselves. You have to become what it is that you want. You can't be this mentally and emotionally broken person, this damaged, bitter, unhappy person, expecting to get top-notch, top quality, or as the commonly used, I think overly used word now is high value man or high value woman. You can't expect to get a high value person when you're low value. Let's keep it real. You have to be willing to do the work. And let me tell you something. As a person that has been in therapy for many years, I still go to therapy. For many, many years, I go to therapy. I have a coach. I have people that I listen to. I have people that I confide in to help me grow. And I'm a coach myself. There's never going to be a time in life where you don't have something that you need to work on and that you don't have to work through. But we have to be real with ourselves. We have to focus our energy on becoming and healing and being real and being authentic. That's why I tell people all the time, I've never been the woman that chased after men with money. I've never been the woman that chased after men with any of those things. The things that I chase after are the things that are intangible. And I don't even chase those things. I believe that those things will come to me. As I'm becoming the woman that I am supposed to be, my opportunities are becoming better. The things, I can tell when I'm growing because I'm attracting the things that I've always desired. And I feel like it's not even something I have to work for. It comes to me. I don't have to fish for it. I don't have to go looking for it. I don't have to go searching for it. It's actually drawn to me because I'm becoming what it is that I desire. And I'm not where I need to be yet. But while I'm on my journey, while I'm on my path, I'm very, very conscious and very aware and intentional with becoming the woman that I want to become in order to manifest what it is that I want in my mate. I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to tolerate less than I know I deserve. I'm not going to tolerate less than I know I give. But as I grow and I become and I develop and I heal and I become whole, then what it is that I'm becoming, I will automatically draw. It's seed time and it's harvest, or it's karma, or it's the exchange of energy, however you want to say it. You have to focus your energy on becoming what it is that you want to be before you sit here and determine what the partner that you want is supposed to have or supposed to be. Focus on what you need to be. Your energy should be all about, how can I be the best version of myself? Not so that I can get somebody, but just because I want to, one, fulfill my purpose. If I don't even know what my purpose is, how can I even know the type of mate that I'm supposed to have? If you're not even walking in your destiny and focusing on what it is that you were called to do why you were put on this earth, then you don't even know what kind of partner you need to complement that destiny that you're supposed to fulfill. So that's the first steps. I feel like we try to go to step 5 and we skip steps 1 through 4. First step is understanding what your purpose is and then doing the work to become what it is that you need to become so that you're walking in your purpose. And as you're walking in your purpose and in your destiny, that's when the things that you desire and the things that you want will be attracted to you. So I just want to encourage you guys to stop feeding into all the BS that we see on social media, all of the BS that we hear on reality TV. That stuff is not real. I am not by any means saying that you should not have high standards and the desires that you have should be lessened. No, you need to elevate your standards, if anything. But understand what it is that you're desiring and what it is that you're asking for. Are you realistically in the position to ask for that? Are you becoming the person that you need to become in order to attract the right person for you? I don't want to hear, oh, there's no good men. Oh, there's no good women. That is a bunch of bull. There's a bunch of good women and there's a bunch of good men out here on this earth. But the reason why maybe you're attracting the wrong kind of man or you're attracting the wrong kind of woman is because you have not become what it is that you need to become. So you're attracting based on your own position in life right now. You're attracting what you are. Are you broken? Are you damaged? Are you bitter? Are you angry? Are you just at a place where you just give up on relationships? Then you shouldn't even be focusing on trying to find somebody else. You should be focusing on how you can heal, setting yourself up for therapy, setting yourself up for coaching, learning, going on a positive people's YouTube channels. Like, I listen to Stefan Speaks every day. I admire him. I admire him so much. He's taught me so much. Him, Tony Gaskins. There's a lot of other coaches that I listen to, a lot of channels that I listen to Coriel. I love what they're doing. The roommates, I love what they're doing. I love what they're teaching. I'm always looking to grow. I'm always looking to develop. I'm never going to get to a place in my life where I feel like I've arrived. I'm always working and focused on becoming the best version of myself. That's my mantra. Every day I say, okay, thank you, Lord, for what I did yesterday, but today I want to be a better version of what I was yesterday. I want to do more. I want to accomplish more than what I did yesterday. So if I was broken and I was upset and I was frustrated yesterday, I want to know how to navigate through those emotions and become a better version of myself today. That doesn't mean I'm going to be perfect, but that means I'm always going to strive to be the best version of myself. So if I had success in my HR business yesterday and I got a contract, okay, well, I'm trying to get 2 contracts. Now I'm going to continue to move forward. If I was able to have a major breakthrough in my emotional health and my mental health, then I'm going to focus on, okay, what is the next area that I need to heal from? Instead of hiding behind all of these smoking mirrors and all of these facades and all of these walls that we put up, I want to just be vulnerable. I want to be honest. I want to be open, and I want to be naked before God so that He can pour into me and build me up into the woman that I'm supposed to be. And I'm not there yet, but every day I'm striving to be a better version of myself than what I was yesterday. And that's what I want to encourage you guys to do. The second part of that is, you will truly know that you've healed from something when I could literally look at my exes or have conversation with my exes and they don't trigger me anymore. They're not my problem. They're not my issue. And I've talked, I'm never going to badmouth anybody because my past is my past. None of us are perfect. I definitely had my part to play in my past relationships. But I will say, like with my ex-husbands, I don't have any issues with them. The only time that I even have a conflict, and I mean, I'm being 100% vulnerable and honest with you guys. I don't even entertain conversations with them unless it's about our children. We don't even talk. My only issue is if you're not stepping up and doing your part as a parent, then I'm going to have something to say. But there is no ill feelings, or I feel absolutely nothing negative about my relationship with my exes. I don't have that anger. I'm not upset with anybody. I'm not angry with anybody. I'm not hurt anymore. I'm not bitter. I don't get irritated by the mere thought of them. The only time that I would ever get irritated is when they're not doing right by my children. That's different. But when it comes to me personally, I don't have anything. I have nothing towards any of them because I've actually healed. I've done the work. I've gone to therapy. I've taken the time to go within and realize what my part to play was in my past relationships and why those relationships failed and why I should have why I should have never even been in half of those relationships that I was in. I did the work. I answered the hard questions. I took the time to figure out what it is what parts I had to play in those relationships and why they failed. And so I'm not bitter. I'm not angry. I don't hold any grudges or issue with people. I'm at a place now where I'm just trying to elevate and try not to make the same mistakes, making sure that I analyze and evaluate what the things that I did wrong or what things that I should have done differently in those situations. And now as I'm evaluating, I'm like, okay, all right, now I know that was an area where I was broken. That was an area where I was vulnerable. That was an area where I was weak. And I need to build myself up in that area so that I don't go and continue to seek after the same type of men, or not seek after, but attract the same type of men. So it's so important to go through the process of seeing where you really are and understanding your brokenness and your areas where you need to heal. If you can honestly say, I'm not bitter, I'm not angry, I'm not upset, I'm not irritated by this person, and how they treated me, what they did to me is not even a factor, then you can actually say you've healed. I can honestly say I've done the work and I still continue to do the work. The work that I'm working on, the things that I'm working on now are more internal things with me, things that may be stemming from my childhood or stemming from some of the negative effects of being in abusive relationships and the negative effects of feeling like something was wrong with me because I want to still love and I want to still be vulnerable and I want to still have that type of relationship that I've always wanted. It was truly something to me when I looked back at all of the negative things that I had been through in my past marriages, the cheating, the lying, the physical, mental, emotional, verbal abuse. And then I come back and I'm like, you know what? But I still want to be married. Like I still love the idea of marriage. I still love the idea of being with that one person that I can get to wake up next to every day, and I get to be tapped into my feminine energy, somebody I can get to nurture and I can get to love on and I can get to encourage and build up and support, and we get to do that with one another, and he gets to nourish and support and nurture me, and we get to be honest and vulnerable and share our deepest, innermost thoughts and passions and desires and fears and stresses and worries, and we help each other and we partner with one another. We're a team. I still want that. So I knew that was a place, that was a time where I could actually honestly say I'm ready. I'm actually ready. Now there are areas that I'm working still towards before I want to get in that ultimate place, but I'm still open. So whatever God has for me, I know he has for me. I'm still building my career up to where I want it to be. But at the end of the day, emotionally, I've done the work. And I look back to where 3, 4, 5 years ago, I'm a total different person. My perspective is totally different. And I'm grateful for it because I can honestly see where the progression has happened. And until you get to that place where you can see where you've progressed and where you've grown and where you've developed, then you may need to still do some more work. So I just want to encourage you guys with those things. I know it's a lot of information in a short period of time, but I'm literally doing this while I have a few minutes before I finish up this proposal. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. I love you guys very much. Stay tuned. I put up a promo video. I am going to be performing live in St. Petersburg on Thursday this week for the movie premiere of Agent X2 Quarantine. And one of my songs is actually going to be featured in the movie, and the other song is going to be featured in the credits, in the music after the movie goes off. So I'm excited about that. That's an amazing opportunity that just came to me. Thanks. Shout out to Cranston. But I just want to encourage you guys, continue to pursue your dreams, continue to do what you do, continue to be honest with yourself, be vulnerable. Don't buy the hype that the media is putting out right now about relationships and how relationships are dead and no good men are out and no good women are here. That's bull. There's a ton of good men and there's a ton of good women. I've dated really great men and I've dated really bad men. But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that there's no good men out here. It just means, who are you picking? And who are you? Who are you attracting? Are you at your best self? Because if you keep attracting trash, then that means you got some areas where you need to clean it up. You got some trash in you that need to be cleaned up. So I encourage you guys to do the inner work. Continue it. It's a process. It's going to be forever. You're never going to get to the place where you're all the way there. You're always going to be working towards something, always going to be pushing toward more. So I encourage you guys to do that. I love you guys. I'll talk with you soon. And I hope you guys can join me in St. Petersburg, or stay tuned for Agent X2 coming out in theaters. And you'll hear my music there. All right. Love you guys. Bye.